extremely important. Occult would have been extremely important. So when we talk about occult temples, prayer is meaningless. Occult is not spirituality. Occult is just like this. Modern science and occult are bound to meet somewhere. Don't waste your time in occult temples. But occult is the final step of physicality. So worship, or what we refer to as puja, is a kriya with devotion involved in it. It's a complex mixture of a certain technicality and emotion. Emotion and technology is a dangerous mix unless it is handled very properly, isn't it? If you handle any technology with emotion, it's dangerous, isn't it so? Yes? Any technology, if you handle it emotionally, it can become dangerous. It is because of this, people who are handling technology, trying to free themselves of emotion, they became like dry sticks. They're afraid, they know this much that if emotion comes into handling technology, it can be a disaster. So, they do not know how to keep their emotions away at a certain time, so they destroy the emotion in them. They will become so barren and almost inhuman in so many ways. But puja is this dangerous combination, worship is this dangerous combination of technology and emotion. So when we talk about occult temples, prayer is meaningless because it's a technology. But without the right attitude, because it's a subjective technology, but not in the same context as we are referring to spirituality. Occult is not spirituality. Occult is just technology. Like today, you can pick up your cell phone right now here from Pippalkoti, you can talk to somebody in United States. This is technology. Occult is just like this. You can talk to somebody in United States without the cell phone. Little more technology. It will happen after some time as technology evolves. Now, from that Graham Bell's instrument, from that one, it's come to this. A day will come when all this is not necessary. Already, I have a Bluetooth mechanism where I don't have to dial. If I just say the person's name, it dials for me. If I say ashram, it'll go to the ashram number. A day will come when even this is not needed, sticking out here, a small implant here. Whoever I want to talk to anywhere in the world, it will happen. We know it will happen. So occult is without the blue chip, you still manage to talk. So it's just technology, different level, that's all. So similarly, somebody sitting somewhere, if they press one button, they can blast you out of Pippalkoti with a missile. Yes? As you can talk to somebody in United States, somebody in United States can blast Pippalkoti out of the planet. Similarly, with occult, you could do certain things. It is just purely technology, physical. That's why I hesitated to use the word subjective, but it's still subjective because you're not using any external objects. You're just using your body, mind and energy to do these things. Ultimately, no matter what technology, you're only using your body, mind and energy, isn't it? But you're using the other material to serve you. But it is only by using your mind, body and energy that you made the cell phone or the missile or whatever, isn't it? Yes? So the ultimate or the fundamental material that you use to manufacture a cell phone or any piece of technology is just your body, mind, your energy, isn't it? But you're picking up some external material and using it. Initially, if you wanted to manufacture a phone or an instrument you made, you had to take this much material. Now you're taking only this much material. And we are trying to reduce that further. So a day will come when we don't need any material, that will be occult. Modern science and occult are bound to meet somewhere. If some small changes happen in certain understanding of what's what. So occult is purely technology. And occult is becoming more and more irrelevant by the day because modern technology is advancing at a great pace. Now, to get to talk to somebody in United States without the cell phone, it may take lots of preparation and effort. And even if you manage to contact them, they may say wrong number because they don't recognize you. Most of the time I am rejected as wrong number, I know this by experience. So, occult is becoming more and more irrelevant as modern technology becomes subtler and subtler. The need for occult will come down. This would be extremely important. If you were doing the Char Dham Yatra by foot and there was no cell phone, no nothing, and you're gone for 2 years from your family to make this trip, then occult would have been extremely important, isn't it? That you can just tell your family, I'm okay. I'm in people Koti. Yes, it would have been tremendously important, isn't it? But today, because we have cell phone in our pocket, it is not so important to learn all those things, how to contact your family like this. Today we have an instrument where everybody can use, a child can use. So occult becomes more and more irrelevant as technology progresses further and further. So don't waste your time in occult temples. But there are certain other dimensions to occult which could be used as a stepping stone to a spiritual process. Because in many ways, occult is the final step of physicality. The subtlest point of physicality is what we're using. See, the physical can be used in many ways. For example, if you take information technology, what started as a stone tablet has now come to your tiny blue chip. What would take a whole mountain to be carved upon, today is into a tiny chip. So, the physical has become subtler and subtler. So, the subtlest dimension of physical, when you use it, we call it occult. Occult is using the subtlest phenomena of the physical, but still physical. So because it's a last step in the physicality, it can also be used as a stepping stone to go beyond the physical. So there is a variety of mantras, practices, different types of worship and different ways to bring forth forces and forms